Thinking of street performers, a lot of people picture them as basically beggars. Why so lazy? Can't you find a decent job? Do something serious with your life. Why are you just standing on the street? However, being able to perform in public is harder than most of our jobs. You need not only talent but also confidence. You have to take people's criticism while keeping yourself dedicated to the road of trying to entertain them. And you need a lot of practice. No city center is complete without street performances. This is the ingredient that makes a city come to life. But enough talking, let's check them out. For today's video, we have found the best street performances that will blow your mind. It was 2011 when the brothers Mauro and Massimo, along with their friend Riccardo, had the idea of building the character Levitation. One afternoon, mostly for fun, they performed in the park in Modena and immediately realized they had hit the mark. 2 years later, Eugenio, the European Genie, was born and the national border opened wide. Since then, Eugenio is constantly seen all over the world in various busker festivals and events. The performance basically consists in an apparently levitating magical genie.
Never fails. You get in the bath and there's a rub at the lamp.
This Aladdin character is dressed in a blue costume that's floating and appears as he just jumped out his golden lamp that's lying on top of a silk cover support. This guy is here to put smiles on people's faces, but obviously there is more than meets the eye to this apparently magical trick. He's connected to the cover support, that's basically a base plate, through steel rods that are embedded in his costume. It's not much, but it's honest work, and standing in that position countless hours doesn't look very comfortable. Togo, what do you think? This guy has fascinated audiences all over the world with his unique act. Along with a rapid-fire comedy juggling routine, he has innovated a technique that enables him to play music. Although he started on the streets, he appeared at Johnny Carson Tonight Show back in the 80s, and right after, his career went straight to the roof. Meanwhile, I'm building the next piano trick that will totally blow your mind. I will be the first man in history who successfully plays piano with hands.
Yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
Take a look at my progress. Starting on the streets of London, this guy really has a story to tell. Despite not having the physical attributes for it, he defied the odds and became a dancer in Big Boxer. He drew some spotlight attention when auditioning for Britain's Got Talent in season 2. He's the perfect example of the guy who pursued his dreams no matter the challenge. And let's face it, he really draws the crowds around him. When we think about instruments that are easy to play, violin is not one of them. Learning violin requires a lot of hard work and patience, and good luck being remotely good at it. But look at this guy's puppet who plays it better than many Paganini wannabes out there. Obviously, the guy who controls it gets that credit. Truly outstanding because he took the effort to learn to play it himself, and on top of that he needed to make his puppet play the instrument so vibrant and naturally. If you hear the music without seeing the performance, you wouldn't imagine there's really a puppet playing the violin. This effect is truly remarkable. And will melt the heart of anyone seeing the performance. Well, not this guy.
5 pounds! 5 pounds!
When it comes to living statues, there are a lot of noticeable buskers doing this performance all over the crowded places in the world. The performer creates the illusion of complete stillness while standing. Sometimes, passers-by do not realize the performer is a real person, which often causes surprise when the statue gives them a small gesture. A number of hidden camera shows on television have used living statues to startle people. This guy's performance from Leicester Square in London draws our attention for perfectly interpreting a modern version of a city worker with a fancy suit, watch, glasses and of course briefcase as he runs late to a meeting. The result is quite amazing, especially because of his twisted tie in the wind, his blown back hair and his suit jacket flapping. Adding his unique facial expressions in the mixture will definitely put a smile on your face. Even if you're not a fan of the Transformers series, it's impossible not to stop and admire the artist as he switches to his robotic self. He possesses not only the power to transform himself, but also the moods around him. While decked out in his yellow and black Bumblebee-like truck costume, the talented performance artist bends over, morphs into the shape of a vehicle, and drives around for the ecstatic children. I wonder if I can fit in there too. Nah, never mind. Let's just go to our next pick. Harps, the musical instruments of angels. Luckily for us, playing them is not reserved only for heaven, as we have our fair share of great harpists on our planet. Like playing a harp wasn't difficult enough, this performance consists in using 33 glasses with different sizes filled with a certain amount of water to mimic harp sounds. When touched with wet fingers, each glass produces a different sound. This doesn't look that hard. Let me try it. Let's give this guy the credit he deserves, cause his performance is totally mind-blowing.
My dad's making it hurt.
We cannot have a complete stop without mentioning Freestyle Football. This guy is la creme de la creme. While starting a football goalkeeping career in Guinea and later on being linked with clubs such as Paris Saint-Germain, his true call was freestyling with the ball. With his remarkable skills, he was noticed worldwide and was even featured 3 times in Guinness World Records. His unbelievable tricks and skills are a delight for our eyes. What's even more impressive is his absolute total control on the ball, well deserving the Magician of Football title. Another outstanding statue performance, he can be seen in Bat UK. The Traveling Man is a real-life 3D comic book. His costume and makeup is spot on. The people passing by can't believe he is even a real person. Undoubtedly, he is by far the best-looking comic book street statue performer ever. Devan said in an interview that for becoming a human sculpture, there are many techniques he had to learn. Practices yoga so that he is fit and can relax his muscle even when they are in active positions. He focuses on breathing through his diagram and sometimes chant quietly to himself. This guy really knows how to use his ring for good. You can see him in the streets of Taiwan doing his serial jaw-dropping performance. He demonstrates incredible balance, strength and grace as seemingly defies the laws of physics. Isaac says that the reason he became a street performer is because he saw it as a job without an annoying boss, having a great deal of freedom and a way to see the world. Where do I apply? While watching him, it appears as the crowd is waiting for him to screw up and can even hear the guy calling bets in the background. But he never did, as he masters his cereal like a jockey masters his horse. Meanwhile, I can barely do one round on a hula hoop.